Today on Drawbli, Abby is drawing.
Redrawing.
Oh, sorry, redrawing.
Redrawing. One of my very earliest Drawbli artworks, the Ice Queen.
Click that subscribe button if you're new around here.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve as artists.
So it's our 1 year anniversary since we started Drawbli. I did a redraw in the last video. Check it out if you haven't. And now, Abby, you are drawing. This is like the second or third video that we ever did.
This is the worst thing I ever drew.
Oh my goodness. So that's the thing, the thing on the left there.
The thing on the left. Granted, it was half an hour and we were chit-chatting the whole time. It was hard to draw in that sort of setting.
And we had not done a lot of people up to that point, and we still really haven't done like a ton of people.
Yeah, no, we had not. But I was going to return to the scene of the crime and give it another go. And here's what I learned. I don't like this reference we're drawing from. So I blazed my own trail here eventually. I realized like I was enjoying working on that sleeve, and then I was like, I don't like this. I don't enjoy working on this. So
what was
changed
it?
gears.
Why didn't you like it?
I don't know. It's a lot of fabric, a lot of changing colors in fabric, but not in the way that I like to do fabric. When I like to draw fabric and clothes, I love the way like it clearly like, you know, comes off of this shoulder here and folds there because of the way it drapes off the body. This is just a big pile of clothes to me right now, and I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it, Ben. I wasn't feeling it.
Well, that's part of like your art style, you know. One big thing is, you know, drawing attention to the things that you really enjoy and then letting the things that you don't enjoy fall to the like background.
Yeah.
So you obviously don't like these big, crazy, poofy clothes that's just kind of a mess. So I've seen the finished piece, so I guess you start to take it your own direction. You say blaze your own trail.
Yeah, which means I ultimately, since I restarted, basically, I spend less time overall on what ends up being the finished piece. So that just means I have a lot that I'll get to improve on next year. Ooh. When I redraw this again, I'm sure. But no, I actually spent a lot of time on the background for some reason too. I don't know why.
So I talked about in our last video a lot about some of the things that I thought I had improved upon from last year, which is a lot. I think we've both improved a ton. What are some of those things for you?
So we agreed that workflow was a huge thing.
Yes.
General knowledge of proportions and the human body being another, and the face.
That's a lot to say for a nurse.
Not for an artist.
That's right. Yeah, it's different. There's a difference between like knowing and being able to recreate and replicate it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In a particular medium. Mm-hmm. Oh, blazing your own trail from scratch.
I wanted to have a face, so I'm gonna give her a face.
Ooh, the little heart shape for the Cupid's bow, very nice.
Ah, thank you. And then I tried to just, from imagination, create this body. I tried a few times. And then I ultimately ended up having to look at reference, but this is my attempt to create her form from imagination.
Very difficult.
I ended up looking at somebody's like Instagram who draws a lot of women and just used one of their like body types and copied it later for just her shoulder region, because I was having trouble getting the angles and proportions right. But I tried, and that's what matters.
So workflow, general knowledge. What else? What else do you think you've improved upon?
Oh my gosh, literally everything. It's so hard to summarize and to say.
I know, there's a lot.
Yeah, like I wouldn't even know what to tell you. Rendering.
Oh, that looked great right there.
Oh, thanks. I know. I keep I never know when what I have is good, so I redraw a lot of things. Gosh, so much.
So much. What about your lines?
Yes, line work, because something, and I'm still a little bit working on this, but trying to make digital line work feel as satisfying as pen on paper line work, and as happy with that result. That's something that I've really tried to improve on. So a lot of that has just been using tons of different brushes and learning like which brushes help me get that look that I'm going for and help me create that look, like in the moment of creation, not having to go back and clean it up a bunch like I am here, but maybe the first pass that brush is more likely to get me the look I want.
You are erasing redrawing so many times.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So,
I don't know what my deal was.
You've been talking about art block lately. Were you feeling that at all during this stage?
Yeah, I actually did have some of that here, especially in the early parts of this piece where, I totally changed gear and drew this version instead, which again, I just kind of created. But no, yeah, it's funny how that comes. The more you draw, the less you feel it. And if you go a week or so, like I went on a little vacation to Cape Cod, take a break, it's hard to jump. You can't just always jump right back into it. So that part was hard for me, coming back after not having drawn for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But here we are. And now that I'm back in the phase of drawing a lot more each day, it's gotten a lot easier again. No more art block, really.
That's good. That's a good or a great feeling to come out on the other side of.
Yeah. And I remember we did the Ice Queen because at that time we were watching through all of Adventure Time.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Way back.
I don't know
Your first time.
Yeah, my first time watching all of it through. I'd seen like a handful of episodes here and there. It was so good.
Yeah, I love Adventure Time.
Yeah. We're about to rewatch Over the Garden Wall for the fall.
The fall time is
such a cute show. I love that show. We'll have to do some Over the Garden Wall artwork soon.
Yes, we can. I can redraw the Highwayman.
Oh yeah, because I did the pumpkin-headed guy. I don't remember his name.
Enoch.
Yeah. Oh man, we'll have to redraw all our old work.
Everything.
Everything must
We'll just relive last year's drawings, but slightly
caught up in the past.
Do you feel like you've improved at coloring? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What about it?
I discovered the selection tool, for one.
Oh my gosh, that was like a month of our lives.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Can you imagine now, like, digital art and not knowing about the selection tool and not knowing to use it as part of your workflow? That was the life I was living in.
I mean, I knew about it. I just didn't, one, know how to incorporate it into what I was doing, or two, know that it was better. Because in Photoshop, I think the selection tool is trash. I mean, it's just bad. I hate it. But here in Procreate, the selection tool is amazing. It's like 100 times better, easily.
Yeah, it is very, very good to work with. So I'm happy to have that as part of my workflow because it speeds things up so much.
Yeah, it's very nice. What else? Is there anything else that you feel like you've improved at?
Rendering metal.
Oh, yeah.
See her necklace and her crown.
Yeah.
Got a lot better at that.
Yeah, so... one of the things that you did a lot, if you remember, early on, was you always used soft brushes. You always used soft shapes. You never used hard brushes. Now you use a mixture.
Yes.
You're just working on the clothing there. You're using some hard brushes and some soft brushes.
Yeah, doing a quick render of some gold threads is what I'm kind of going for there. It reads pretty okay as a gold thread embroider.
It does.
And I think this is just as far as going from this is all from imagination.
Which is insane. I mean, we don't do that very often here because it's very difficult for us. Even copying stuff is really difficult for us sometimes. So for you to do that, I mean, you went above and beyond.
I tried. But no, I'll redraw this in a year and you're all going to be blown away.
I am blown away right now by how much you have improved from just a year ago.
Thank you. It is so exciting to see time go by and to get better and better and better. And you can only go up. It's hard to go back down. It's kind of nice. I mean, yeah, if you get out of practice, you're not as good. But ultimately, they're learned skills that nobody can take away from you.
That's right. Yeah.
Except for yourself. So yeah, it's cool to just keep getting better. I enjoy it a lot. And here is the finished piece next to the original.
That is just crazy to look at. It is an obvious and insane improvement. I mean, back when we were doing Drawbli back then, you were so new to digital art, you barely even knew how to work with the tools, and we were just spending like half-hour quick sessions, throwing some paint on the canvas, trying to come up with something, and that's what we were capable of. But look how much you've improved!
Oh my gosh, I'm an artist.
Oh my god!
It's so cool.
Yeah.
I really like this version of the Ice Queen that I created for my own head. That's not copying a reference, that's just me.
That's you.
That's me drawing.
You did it.
I did the thing.
Wow. I hope in 1 year that I can do that.
There's the thumbnail is gonna be this one with 2021 and this one with 2022.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's why you clicked on this video, isn't it? You were like, how do I get that good in a year? The answer is, practice. Yes, practice.
What? People don't want to hear that. Tell them the real secret.
Okay, it's just get the right brushes.
Yeah, you need to go buy our Drawbli brushes.
We don't have any.
We might. We just repackage the Procreate brushes and
Drawbli the original
ones.
Drawbli. It would be accurate.
Well, hey, if you guys want to see us get even better over the next year, you should click that subscribe button.
And comment below with ideas of what we can do to improve.
To improve!
Yes!
And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm trying to think of other words that start with DR. What other words can you think of? Drought,
Drop,
Drawbli, drop,
drip,
drip, drape, drink,
dreadnought,
dreadnought, dread,
drink.
I already said drink, you lose.
This is a dumb game.